Hi everyone, welcome back to Herky the Cavalier's channel. Here today with Herky Milton and my hubby Andy, and today we wanted to talk about the differences between Herky and Milton part 2, or maybe this is part 3 already. I don't know, but this I always find it's an interesting video because although Cavaliers like Herky and Milton are the same breed, they even have the same blood, their personalities are totally different.
Night and day.
And what I find really interesting is that the more Cavaliers we know, the more we realize how they're all unique. They really have their distinct personalities, and it's amazing.
So, was I part of the first 2 videos?
I think so. There was one of the videos where we just like talk about them. I'll be linking it here if I can find it. Now I just want to elaborate more, and it's going to be like little anecdotes about Herky and Milton too, which I think you enjoy. But just a warning, this will be a long blabby video, so if you don't like it, please exit.
Yeah, because get to the point. Every new day that passes, they do something during that day that makes us realize, they're so different.
They really are. So how about we start with physical? I think we touched already on this in the previous video, but physically, they are very different. Like Milton is on the smaller side of Cavalier. She's just about like 12 pounds, and Herky was once obese at 23 pounds, but now she's at a healthy weight of 18 pounds. But even then, like 6-pound difference on a little dog like this is huge. And so that's why we realized that they have very different builds, and a lot of Cavaliers just have different morphologies.
Well, the funny thing about Milton is that her head stays small, but her body seems to be growing right now.
It's true.
So she has a huge butt, huge waist, but her head stays tiny.
Oh my god, Milton! Like
so
a lot of people.
Her head beside Herky's head's like double the size, but when they walk like this, like lengthwise,
and height-wise too. Yeah, it's true.
Milton's back's even taller and higher than Herky's.
So a lot of people have said recently that they can't even differentiate them. Like if they don't look at them like very, very carefully, they just look quickly, they can't even tell if it's Herky or Milton.
Dude, I can't differentiate them sometimes. I look at them, like I look at one on the bed, I'm like, is that Herky or Milton? If you're from far, and then I have bad eyes, I really can't see well.
You can't
I can't differentiate.
So I feel like Milton is just about to turn 3 years old, and I feel like she just gained like curves and booty, you know?
She's growing into herself.
She is. She's becoming a woman, and
Herky became a woman like at 6 months.
It's crazy.
She was like full on filled up.
And I don't know, do you think there's a coincidence between like when we spayed Milton, like back in November, and the fact that her hair just grew out a lot more since?
I think it's age.
What do you think?
But you know what's funny? Like I had 2 terriers before, Ogie and Nettie, and Nettie, the younger sibling, always looks up to Ogie and acts like a baby all the time. And I find that's the exact same, like...
dynamic?
Yeah, between Herky and Milton. Like, Milton is eternally a puppy, a dumber dog, like always looking up to the older sister to see what to do, how to react. If Herky's barking, Milton would bark as well, but in the back, like all afraid. Milton's always going to look at Herky to see, like, how do we react in this situation? What's going on here? Like, do we like this person or not? Do we like where we're going? They can't make up their minds on their own.
So we were wondering if you have 2 dogs as well, like is that the same dynamic all the time? Because we were wondering, like, Andy had the same with her Ogie and Nettie, and then Herky and Milton. And if we have 2 others after, is it going to be the same dynamic? Is the personality going to be shaped differently according to the fact that they're like the first sibling or the second? How does that work?
Only one way to find out. Let's
get more. Like we're wondering if we get a puppy, is it going to be like more of a puppy than Milton, or is Milton going to be like a puppy for that dog? Or no, you're so
Or is
cute.
Milton going to stop being a puppy?
Yeah.
Oh, poor Milton. We didn't like being a puppy. We didn't like being a puppy. Herky, why do you keep chewing yourself?
Alright, so let's talk more about their personalities. Everybody knows Milton is a mommy's girl. Like she is attached to the hip. Like she will follow me everywhere. Everywhere.
That's true. This is Milton's face every time Maya goes home.
She legit gets anxiety.
Mom, where are you going? Mom, like every night, bathroom. When Maya's working, she gets up to go get something in the kitchen. Whereas Herky, don't give up.
Herky is much more independent, and every time we have family time on the couch, Herky will go on Andy. So I feel like she's more of a mom, of a daddy's girl.
Yeah, she'll go out for like 20 minutes, and then she'll get hot and then go lie in the corner, like super far away on her own.
So usually at night, even like she sleeps.
She sleeps in the corner of the bed, either on like this side or that side. But Milton will wedge herself between us. She has to be like on a back crack or like on Maya's neck or in a hole somewhere, in a crevice. Like she needs to always find a nook
Yeah.
stuck to you. Like.
So at home now we have a king size bed, so it's not that bad. But now we're back to a double bed. Okay, this is like such a flashback from the past. And even then, Milton is wedged. Like she sleeps like this, like tight as can be, like a little log, like between us here. Every morning we wake up, she's like this between us.
And Milton is so hard-headed. You can tell her no like 10 million times, and then she'll get you on the 10 million plus one time. Like the other day, we were sleeping and she kept trying to go between us here.
And we say no.
Between the pillows.
And we push her away.
Put her away, she comes back. Push her away, she comes back. No, Milton, go sleep there. Then we put her for like the 10th time, she stays there. In the morning, we wake up and guess where Milton is?
Of course.
Whereas Herky, remember the video that you did with like the transparent wrap?
Oh my god, that was so sad. I love that video, the invisible challenge. I'll link it here. You have to watch it. I'm just obsessed with that video.
Herky would not even try. She'll just stand and cry. And Milton, nothing will hold her back. Like,
she is tenacious. She is determined.
determination.
She's like, she will go. She's a bulldozer.
I like Milton for that trait. Like, that's how I am in life.
You're a bulldozer?
I'm like this.
You will try until you get it?
Stop.
You will claw your way through? Did you guys hear that?
Gunshot.
Is there a ghost? Okay, so speaking of the fact that Herky is very much like an independent woman, the first day we landed in Vegas, I caught a cold. And it was like a really bad cold. Like I had started to feel it 2 days prior. And when we landed in Vegas, I was like, oh my god, my cold had like settled in. And it was a nasty cold. Like I will insert a photo of what it looked like. And that is like the ugliest photo I've ever taken. It was so bad, you guys.
Oh my god, that picture is hilarious.
Like, you don't know if I'm sleeping or not, right? But
no, she's dying. After you guys see the picture, I'll imitate the sound that she was making while I was taking that picture.
I was trying to breathe. I was trying to like process what was going on. I was trying to fall asleep. I could not breathe. I could not talk. It was just really bad. And so that day, as soon as we got to the hotel room in Vegas, Herky and Milton decided to sandwich me and like wedge me in. And Herky never does that. Okay, guys, she never does that. And she never left my side for I think like 24 hours. It was so cute. Like I didn't leave the bed. I think we got to Vegas at 1 p.m. And like I stayed in bed the whole day, then the whole night until like the morning. Herky was glued to me and she never does that. And it's not until like the next night that she left to go on Dad's bed when I was feeling a bit better. So I swear,
after her mission was done, she left.
I swear, you guys, she nursed me back to life. Like it's like she knows.
Herky is a super emotionally intelligent dog. Like she knows how to use psychology to win people over. She's caring. She has a heart. She thinks with her heart, but she doesn't think with her brain.
That's what we always said. Herky is emotionally intelligent, and Milton is intuitively.
She's practical. Pragmatic,
yeah.
Milton.
And that brings us to the topic of strangers. Is Herky is
Slut.
A slut. She loves strangers.
Oh, you want to say that word?
I don't know. Maybe I'll blur it out. But she is such a people pleaser, and it's like her mission to convert everybody to loving dogs.
Like any stranger, she'll go like.
Like she loves it so much, and like people think they're like, no offense if you're watching this video and you've been seduced by Herky, but she makes people feel really special. And people are always like, oh my god, Herky really loves me. And it's like...
Sometimes
yeah.
I like to F with people and then I'll just go like, oh my gosh, she usually doesn't like people, but with you, she really loves you.
Like, she loves you so much. You must have like this real touch with people. And sometimes people think that like Herky is really attached to them because they smell their dog. It's like, that's a response that we get. Herky will go cuddle with someone and that person's like, oh, she must smell my dog on me.
No, she loves a human.
She doesn't love dogs.
She loves humans. But with us, she'll be like, yeah, no, don't touch me sometimes. Or I want to go over there. But with strangers, she's on a mission to win you.
Like over. The UPS guy and like the Purelator guy and the
grocery delivery guy.
That guy she loves. And she will just like swoon him every time he comes to deliver our groceries. She's like,
oh.
She's like,
And then Milton, on the other hand, is like, who are you? Don't touch me!
Milton hates strangers so much, you guys. Like, she's only attached to me and Andy. There's honestly just me and you that can, like, hold her that much. Like, even my parents, your parents, like, they cannot really approach Milton like me.
I like that. She's hard to conquer. And then like in every like public function, this is Milton on me or her. Oh, please pick me up, please, 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 please. And then she won't stop until like she's in your arms.
She hates being in public, you guys. She's not a public.
So like I would say that's the major big difference.
Oh.
You hurt Herky.
I'm sorry, I was trying to detangle her knot. I'm sorry.
Scissors.
But yeah, Herky is very independent with us. So I don't know if you saw the video of us trying to hold Herky's paw or like trying to kiss Herky. She will just not really let you. Like this is, see, she doesn't want to be kissed. She wants to kiss you.
She's pretending right now for the camera.
No, she always does that. She never lets you kiss. She's trying to bite him right now.
This is how me and Herky would play. Don't be fooled for the sound. She's enjoying herself.
Look at this fish, she's so cute.
Ow. So yeah, biggest personality difference is that, and also the fact that Herky is such a like soft, caring dog. Like if she's eating something and you come in and you take her food, she'd be like, okay, yeah, okay, you can have it. It's cool. I'm just gonna go stand in the corner. Whereas Milton will bite your face off. So for that reason, we always find Milton bullying Herky, biting Herky for her food.
Oh my god,
and
you
we have to correct Milton all the time. She like acts out of like instinct, so even when she knows she's doing something wrong, she'll just go like,
You have to tell the story about the KFC.
Oh, that's a long story, but it was pretty violent. So I took them to KFC for a ride, so I was eating my fried chicken, as I always do. And I had some white meat that I decided to share with Herky and Milton. So, you know, they got a taste of KFC, they smelled it, they tasted how delicious it is. And they fell in love with the KFC. So the next day I had a third piece that was a leftover piece. I just had it on the plate, put it in the microwave. The house started to smell like KFC. I open the microwave, take out the plate, the smell comes out. Milton is standing there just checking out the food. Herky is a bit behind. So Herky comes up like this to see what I'm taking out of the microwave. And Milton goes bananas on her. She's like, bites Herky everywhere, on the neck, on the face. Herky is like up against the wall like this. And Milton just corners her on the wall and continues going. It was effing mayhem, man.
Oh my god.
It was so violent. It was like a freaking like UFC fight. And this girl is up against the cage and that girl wouldn't let up. So I yell at Milton, pull her off. I might have spanked her on the butt. Just on the butt. Grounded her. And she was still so like in pure
angry mode. She was just angry.
Adrenaline, anger mode. She was like shaking like this, looking at the chicken. And Herky was in the corner shaking like this.
All afraid. And I swear you guys, I heard it from far. And when I went there, like they were so shook. And all evening they were just shook. They were mad at each other. They were each in their corner. And my sister and my mom came over and they didn't even come to greet them. Like, they were just so upset. Yo, don't do that.
Dude, it was a piece of chicken that was not even destined for them. Like
you weren't even feeding them.
It was just taking it out of the microwave. And every time I give one piece to Herky, obviously I give one piece to Milton. But instinct kicked in. People kill for KFC, man.
Did you know that Herky eats everything? And that, like, we mean everything. She enjoys everything. Like paper.
Cat poo.
Branches.
She enjoys every single fruit that we gave her. Milton doesn't eat sour. So if it's sour, no way. Cranberry,
no way. She hates cranberry. So even
blueberry, she's like,
yeah. Like, I'll insert the thing of the Instagram story in Las Vegas, but like she refused some organic Trader Joe's blueberries and she just spat it on the bed. Like she really has to be like starving to eat it, and even then she chews like this.
This girl, man, she knows what's good in life and she only goes for what's good. Sugar and meat, bro.
That's all. Herky will eat her veggies. You know, she's a good girl. She's balanced. Milton is all about the carbs and the meat.
She knows it's good, man.
Yeah.
Hey, Milton, you know what's up.
You know what's up, girl. You know what's
Milton
up.
loves meat so much. Cooked meat. Who doesn't love meats? Like.
I think even Milton prefers cooked meat to raw meat.
Yeah, you both prefer cooked meat.
You guys know what's the only thing that Herky hates? The only thing that she will not eat, like, you put it in her face and she'll be like...
Lemon.
Lemons.
Then again, who eats lemon straight up?
She hates it so much, and like she's so confused in her face because she wants to eat it and she wants to lick it, and she goes like. So, did you guys know that Milton is obsessed with balls? And what she's even more obsessed with is her ball launching machine.
We should do a video one day of just
Milton scratching at her
Milton
ball machine.
obsessed at her ball machine.
Like, oh my god, when we said she was tenacious and she was determined, oh my god, she will exhaust herself playing with that automatic ball launcher and like looking for it. Like,
so we have a ball launcher at our warehouse, and I swear to God, Milton will spend like from 9 a.m. in the morning to 4 p.m. at night obsessed with her ball launcher. And she remembers that the ball launcher is there, where she can smell it, and that's all she wants. She'll just stay in front of the ball launcher and scratch all freaking day.
and the thing is, she can't even figure out how to put the ball in the ball launcher for it to shoot. So somebody has to be there to like entertain her. So we have to work. We can't just put the ball in continuously. But if she was able to put the ball in herself and do it, oh my god, you guys, she would have a stroke or a seizure or something. Like, she would play herself to the death. Like, we have to purposely, when we play with her, we have to stop because she's so exhausted and she's so tired, but she doesn't know that she's tired.
Last time she scratched like this at the ball launcher for so long, for like 3 hours straight, that she vomited. Milton is so obsessed with it, she's insane, man.
Herky just wants to yell all the time. Like, we feel really bad for her because when we're actually free to play with her, it's like 10, 11 p.m. at night, and we live in a condo, so sometimes I will take Milton outside in the hallway to just throw a ball, because she plays silently and she can fetch. But Herky cannot fetch, and she just puts a ball in her mouth and she growls and she barks.
Herky loves the box.
Oh yeah.
Maybe Mike can show you guys one day like how they play. And she should do a video on how they play the ball, the boxing. So we train Herky to like play box.
And that's
like
her
cooking mitts.
favorite thing. Like, when you take out oven mitts, you be careful, because that's when Herky goes berserk with her voice and her yelling, and she plays loud.
Okay. Alright guys, let's close this video off on a bang.
Oh my god, Milton is humping. Alright guys, so thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up. Maybe we could do another part of little blabbing. Don't forget to subscribe, ring that bell. We love you, and we'll see you soon. Milton, don't do that.